Hello world, Geriatric Geek here. How in the heck are you? I hope you're doing great. Welcome, and welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday, April 26, 2023. Beautiful day here in North Las Vegas. I hope it's nice wherever you guys are. Um, so yesterday I went out and about to Best Buy and Walmart, as you saw. If you watched yesterday's video, you saw that there was not much on the shelves. As I stated in the opening of my video yesterday was a huge release date, but not much of the stuff was on the shelf. I didn't expect to see too much stuff on the shelves. We did see Triangle of Sadness from Criteria at Best Buy. We saw Justice League. We saw Primal in DVD form in Walmart. We saw Jesus Revolution in both Walmart and Best Buy. So I was kind of hoping to see some Jackie Chan. Yesterday was a big Jackie Chan day. I was hoping to see Backtrack. We did see The Man Who Fell to Earth in Best Buy. So let's get ahead and let me show you what I did pick up. So because yesterday was such a small release date, I did pick up a few things from Amazon that were on sale that I did not have in my collection or that I needed to upgrade. So I'll share those first, and then we'll talk a little bit about the ones that I actually picked up that were released yesterday. So first up, I'm into post-apocalyptic kind of movies. I really am. For those of you that watch me for a while, you know that I like zombie movies. I like anything apocalypse. So this kind of fit that bill, and I did not have it in my collection. It's called The End of All Things. I picked this up from Amazon, received it yesterday, and The End of All Things tells you the story right there on the front. So this is PG-13, 98 minutes from 2019. Apparently this is a very thought-provoking post-apocalyptic film. It was made in the UK. So, yeah, I can't wait to check it out. It says, as director and cinematographer, Andrew Gale announces himself as a technically adept filmmaker to look out for with The End of All Things, a tragic and riveting tale about the fallibility of faith in the midst of devastation. Three survivors work together to stay alive in a post-apocalyptic world until one discovers a mysterious relic that will change their lives forever. So a bit of an action adventure. Can't wait to check it out. Let me know, by the way, if you've seen any of these. If you've watched them, let me know what you thought down in the comment section. I'd appreciate that. Okay, next up, Richard Basehart. Who knows who Richard Basehart is? Gloria Graham and Lance Henriksen in Mansion of the Doomed. This is another thing I picked up from Amazon, received it yesterday. It was on sale, so I thought I didn't have it. I thought, what the heck? Let's try it out. Let's check it out. Mansion of the Dooms from 1976. I'm trying to get as much stuff from the 70s as I can in my collection. Of course, I was from 71 to 81. I was I was 18 in 71 and up to 28, obviously, in 81. So I'm trying to get movies from that period of time of my life. So Mansion of the Doom fits that bill. It's from 1976. It's R-rated and 86 minutes long. This is one of those exploitation horror films. And like I said, it has Richard Basehart in it. I remember watching him from the TV series Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, which ran from 1964 to 68. I watched every one of those things when I was young. So he was in here, so I thought this is interesting. I'll check it out. It's uncut, restored, and remastered. Screaming out of 1976, Charles Band's. Oh, this is a full moon releasing, by the way. This is the first full moon release. It wasn't on Blu-ray at the time, But this was the Charles Band's first movie release. Mansion of the Dam stands as one of the most lurid and unsettling exploitation films of all time, presented here for the first time uncut, restored, and remastered in HD. Richard Basehart stars as the maniacal Dr. Leonard Cheney, a brilliant surgeon whose compulsively kidnaps people and rips out their eyeball, dumping their bleeding bodies into a filthy basement cage. His master plan? To use these ill-gotten orbs and transplant them into the skull of his daughter, who herself was blinded in a tragic accident years before. Wow. It's taking its cues from George Frank. It looks like George somebody. Can't remember it. From the French shocker Eyes Without a Face. That's what it's got its influence from, apparently. Mansion of the Doomed. Let me know if you've seen this one. Charles Band, kind of hit or miss. And a lot of it's just kind of tongue-in-cheek kind of stuff. When America was young and spirits of evil reigned in a forest of darkness. Another film about eyes. It's called The Eyes of Fire. This is put out by Severin. And this is another one of those that I picked up for very inexpensive on Amazon. Received it yesterday. Eyes of Fire is from 1983. It's 86 minutes long. It's R-rated. This is a folk horror / western, and about 70% of the people that watch this apparently like it, so we'll check it out. Bizarrely fascinating, it says. In 1983, acclaimed photographer Avery Crowns made his debut as writer-director with what is considered to be the seminal American folk horror film. Misunderstood by audiences and mishandled by distributors, it has remained virtually unseen until now. On the 18th century frontier, an adulterous preacher and his followers flee to the promised land, only to enter a valley of lust, madness, pagan vengeance, and hallucinatory terror. Dennis Limscomb, Guy Boyd, Carrie Sherman star in the extraordinary horror fantasy. Restored in 4K from the original negative with more than 2.5 hours of special features that include the answer print of Crown's original cut, Crying Blue Sky. Wow. Lots of special features. Interesting. Eyes of Fire. Like I said before, if you've seen this, let me know. And what you thought of it. They're the special features. So this is the last of the Amazon pickups on a black case. I thought it was 4K for a second. It's not. No One Ever Heard the Scream. Another Severin film that was on sale. You might still be able to get these on Amazon right now. I'm not sure, but you may be able to. Check if you're interested. No One Heard the Scream. From 1973, 92 minutes. It's a thriller. This is a Spanish film, made in Spain. El Joy de la Iglesia's masterpiece. Eloy de la Iglesias. Wow. It's a black comedy, political thriller, road movie, and psychological horror film all in one. You know I like my psychological horror, so here we are. 1 year after his international breakthrough with Cannibal Man, defiant Basque filmmaker Eloy de la Iglesia co-wrote and directed this twisted thriller, his last under Spain's repressive Franco regime. That instantly made him the father of Spanish giallo. When a woman spies her neighbor disposing of his wife's corpse, she will cross the line from witness to accomplice to something far more depraved. Vincente Pera, Carmen Sevilla, Maria Ascarino, and Antonio Casas star in a must for all European film fans, with a final twist that will resonate with you for a very long time. Now featuring a HD scan from the original negative. A still controversial cult film. I like cult films. What can I say? All right. Now for the stuff that was released yesterday. I have the first 2 seasons of this one, and now I can watch the whole thing because this is the final season of, that's right, His Dark Materials. His Dark Materials. 3rd season, 471 minutes. This is a fantasy drama. This aired on HBO here in the United States and the BBC over in England. This is based on a trilogy of novels by Philip Pullman. Like I said, this is the final season. I like parallel universe kinds of movies, and that's apparently what this is. Like I said, I haven't watched any of them, so I'm going to start with season 1 here real soon and go through all of them. Based on The Amber Spyglass, the 3rd novel of Philip Pullman's award-winning trilogy, the final chapter of this epic fantasy series finds Lyra, played by Daphne Keane, and Will, played by Amir Wilson, separated but determined to travel through multiple worlds to find and protect one another. Meanwhile, intent on waging a great war against the authority, Lord Asriel, played by James McAvoy, one of my favorite actors, by the way, assembles an indomitable army of leaders from across all worlds, as McFeel, played by Will Keane, now Father President of the Magisterium, seeks to stop the prophecy about Lyra, and Mrs. Coulter, played by Ruth Wilson, lays it all on the line to protect her daughter. If you've seen this show, let me know down below what you thought. Don't spoil it for me, however. It does have a nice little slippy dip. There's the back. Look at that. It's kind of an interesting thing. Yeah, there you go. His Dark Materials. Can't wait to check it out. Now I can. Now, in the Best Buy, she didn't have this, darn it, but I wanted to get this, so I did, from Amazon. Lover's Lane. Lover's Lane, like I said, an Arrow release. Lover's Lane is 90 minutes long, not rated, from 1999. It's an indie slasher. Has the first appearance of Ann Faris, who a year later, did all the scary movie films. So you may recognize that name from there. But, yeah. Passions are aroused and old wounds reopened in this sassy post-Scream teen slasher based on the urban legend of The Hook. A steamy secret tryst that was brutally cut short on Valentine's Day, an unlucky 13 years ago, comes back to haunt the teens who linger around the Lover's Lane, where the double slaying took place. The county sheriff, Tom Anderson, has just about come to terms with the fact that it was his wife who died in another man's car on that fateful night. His daughter, Mandy, who as a 4-year-old saw her mother's corpse carried away from the scene, has a different take on things. It doesn't help that her classmate Michael lost his father to the same hook-handed homicidal maniac in that night's incident. To cap it all off, as another Valentine's Day comes around, reports come through that the man arrested as the Hook has just bust out of his asylum. Prepare yourself for the ultimate hookup in a scream-a-minute roller coaster that marked the film debut of Anna Faris, the Scary Movie series, and Lost in Translation. Lover's Lane. Lots of special features. Brand new 2K restoration from a 4K scan. Yeah, can't wait to check this one out. There's the back. There's the special contents. Looks good. Looks good. We shall check it out. And last, but certainly not least, a Lionsgate release that I picked up in Best Buy. That's right. It's a Steelbook, Lionsgate Steelbook, Best Buy exclusive for David Bowie and The Man Who Fell to Earth. The Man Who Fell to Earth is R-rated, 139 minutes, from 1976, and I saw this when it came into the theaters. The first week, I think. Sci-fi drama, of course, with David Bowie. He played the alien in this movie. Very surreal imagery, and this was a weird time. I loved David Bowie's music. I listened to it all the time back then, so I knew who he was and enjoyed his music. According to him in some interviews, doing some research on this movie, David Bowie says he was high on cocaine for the whole thing. Yet his co-star, the female co-star, says she didn't notice any of that at all. But I don't know who's telling the truth, but I thought David Bowie did a great job in this movie. I really do. If you've not seen it, you really should see it if you like. If you like these kind of surreal, alien, interesting kind of movies, let's get this open. Take a look, see what Lionsgate's given us this time around. All right, so here we go. The plastic is being removed. Oh, okay. Huh. There you go. J card, or a plastic card rather. There's the front. There's the back. And there is artwork on the discs. Very nice. And artwork on the inside of the case. The Man Who Fell to Earth. Very ethereal, spacey looking stuff. Beautiful case though. Lionsgate, just amazing. Their work with these steel books. I'm going to try and keep up with them. Try and get as many of them as I can. So there you go. Thomas Jerome Newton, that was David Bowie, is a humanoid alien who comes to Earth from a distant planet on a mission to take water back to his home planet in the midst of a catastrophic drought. Featuring a startling and era-defining lead performance from Bowie in his debut feature role. Nicholas Roeg's iconic science fiction odyssey, stunningly restored and now available for the first time on 4K, endures not only as a bitingly caustic indictment of the modern world, but also as a poignant commentary on the loneliness of the outsider. There we go. I like this movie. Can't wait to watch it in stunning 4K. This thing will look good, I am assured. Anyway, hey, that is it. That is it, guys, for this week. Not much, but I picked up a few cool things, I think. Let me know down below if you picked up anything different than I did. So, anyway, if you guys did not see my Sunday video, go back and watch that one. I'm giving away a bunch of, potentially 2 out of a bunch of movies or digital codes if you're interested. So check that out. Use the word collection in the comment section of that video, not this one, that one, and you'll be eligible also. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy my videos, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, it costs you nothing, and hit the notification bell so that you know when I put up a new video. So from North Las Vegas, you guys keep smiling, keep having fun, keep that positive attitude about you. And until the next time, peace.